trouble with his look. You little skinny Danny Manicard. What a terrible performance, get that hook. You don't swing it like you used to, man. Though I've got to give you credit for my stars and your tattoos on the outside. 'Cause just like you, I made myself a work of art. You should hide, I can't, I'm too shiny. Alright, let's check the audio.
You should hide, I can't.
Send in the clowns. You're right, Kristen. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright. It's been a little bit since we played it, a couple days now. We did do Minecraft videos and stuff though, so the channel hasn't been missing content. Welcome everybody back to my jury and take my rightful place in the lawyer stand. Which, speaking of that, we're actually going straight into a trial this episode if I'm correct. Well, with that, let's just jump in. Hello, Mortis. He likes the blanket. December 29th, 2019, I almost say. December 29th, 11:54 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. I'm feeling a little better, but at the same time, still kind of mucusy. I think NyQuil has helped me today. Sweetie, you have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene.
So then, where were you when the murder took place?
We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who let the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back.
That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right?
That's what it seems like.
But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right?
Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took off the costume, right in front of, you know, the ringmaster, so we could do things. Which means I was butt naked. It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous! That is fabulously possible! Wait, that is a fabulously possible possibility.
Well done, Nick.
However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? Yeah, little. Wait, was he not wearing a shirt? Your costume consists of this, a hat, and a cape. So was he not wearing a shirt? You guys understand what I mean, right? He's got this really open, like, coat, or, like, jacket. And then, yeah, the ringmaster would have had to not be wearing a shirt, and clearly in everything we've seen, the ringmaster is much bigger than Max, so nobody should have thought that that was Max. Oh well, we're working on Phoenix Wright logic. And usually this game is smarter than me, so I guess we'll have to see if I'm right or wrong. If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Speaking of which, where is the cloak now? We never found the cloak. Cloak? I have no idea. I have no memory. Double.
Well, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something.
With that get up? Oh, who am I kidding? I'd hire him.
Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. A magician or the goddamn president.
I obviously went with president. I mean magician. I obviously went with magician, but president always has a ring to it.
You have no idea how hard it was to make that decision. That's really cool.
Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. Alright. December 29th, 12:06 p.m. District Court Room number 2. I love playing video games with a cat on my lap. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session.
I love you, kitty.
Miss Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution in this case.
Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown that is... a pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand?
Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? Also, I thought his name was Mo.
The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record.
No. No, I'll just play with my carrot. Shit. 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 In West Clonard... Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me catch it on the stream, and I'll pause. Dang it, I missed it by like a hair. We'll go back. I'll find it. I want to see what that said. I know it said Clownadelphia. In West Clownadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where I spent most of my clown. In West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where I spent most of my clown. I caught it. That's so... Well, everybody appreciate that very weird reference to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Shit. Name and occupation. Would the witness please inform the court why he is singing from the Fresh Prince? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. It wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited for this occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not a comedy club. The title of Will Smith's last film should have been Cypher Rage versus The Fresh Prince. I mean, I would have watched it. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Shit! Oh, yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoe, no service. Dick. Oh, okay, how about this one? Have you seen my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts?
How was that one? Oh! But a couple of I gotta catch that one too. But a couple of clowns that were up to no good started making trouble in my... And then he stops. I wonder if he's gonna do the whole song. In West Clownadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my clowning. But some guys in the town, they were up to no good, started making trouble in my... Your name? Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo, the Clown. You witnessed the scene around 10:15 p.m. on the day of the murder, correct? Yes it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. You will please testify what you saw that evening. A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked into... Without the humor, please. Unless you're going to finish singing Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme. Well, this is a story all about how Phoenix Wright came in and turned my life upside down. Just sit right there and I'll give you a verdict. I'm the judge in the court and I'm here to earn it. Okay. Aw, poor Mo. Can't be his normal stoogey self in court. He just really likes to push that carrot. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. Jeez, that face. That is the face of a clown who realizes he is on his last legs. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and a polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even try... This is his Wait, what? This is his testification. This is his testimony. He's just talking about how bad his comedy is. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with funny jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try and make everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone! What do you think of me? How am I doing? Well, shit, I can't do this. Well, fucking shit. Aren't we the ones who are supposed to be asking questions here? Witness. Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Oh no! Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you! Thank you! I can't wait! Poor Gumshoe. Gumshoe and this guy would be friends. Let's be honest. Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can! I'll talk for as long as you want! Look at his weird little laugh. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, by the way, I still have that running joke that this friggin' clown is secretly racist. Like, the reason his lips are so big is because he used to do blackface. What you witnessed. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how hard I tried. How tired I was. Okay. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who clonked him on the head. Oh, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. But the ringmaster was wearing Max's clothing. Wait. If all of these testimonies are real, does that mean that the ringmaster killed somebody? Because the ringmaster was wearing Max's clothing. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right here. Thanks for your bow, Francesca. Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized. Yeah, it can. I'm Phoenix motherfucking Wright. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, stupid. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. My insincere smile! I did the wrong voice. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Your Honor? I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to, in a rage, engage in this pointless saber-rattling. I understand, Your Honor. Okay, so I gotta be careful with what I press. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not even the one with the corny jokes. Alright, we gotta be careful this time. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back. Okay, let's just start here. You'd say that practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct? See? That's the thing. Huh? Wait, did we get something already? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock! That's something a clown can riff on? What? Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock! That way, I can make a joke! What? What? No, let's not. That's one of the things I was warned about, right? Let's not make it 8 p.m., alright, Mo? What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning around? Come on, Nick. Just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped.
Will the witness please proceed with his factual testimony? You're so boring. I just don't... You have no idea how tired I was. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. Okay, let's press here. You just happened to glance out the window. Yeah, this one's weird. Probably the weirdest person we've ever had testify. I wonder what would have happened if I did let him tell the joke. I probably would have just gotten a penalty. You just happened to glance out of the window? You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls. Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. Oh, shit. I brought a dictionary. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him for... Okay, he didn't try to make a joke, so... let's keep going. Exactly why did you look out your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason... Oh, that doesn't sound... He's lying about something. Clowns don't need a reason to look out their window, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday... Once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. That was the alarm. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh, wait, no, it was actually the ringmaster getting hit in the head. Shit. Oh, yeah! I forgot about that! You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out his window upon hearing a loud noise. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right! I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Ow! That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. We've already proven this clown can't be, like, trusted. Very well. Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. Hopefully there are less jokes than this one. This should start turning the tables in our favor. I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. Alright, so... do we press further on this? Huh. Okay, let's press on this. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say. Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that your humor is unnecessary. Oh, how'd you know that I was gonna make a joke? I guess that the sound... What? I guess that the sound sounded like I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something. Very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like. You described it as an amazing noise, though. Someone getting hit, huh? What then? You went to look outside the window and you saw... That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away from... though. Okay, well... Huh. Huh. let's see. It was the ringmaster. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clunked. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away. Okay, so let's look at the evidence. Well, okay. So I heard a huge noise, and that's what made me look outside. We can't say what the huge noise was yet. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away. Alright, let's start at the beginning. Night of the murder, after practice. Okay. Okay. So, it was the ringmaster, and he was with Max wearing the cloak. Okay, this appears to be the last one. And I don't know what to press, and I always like to press the last ones. And we had to be careful here, because we can get, like, penalties if he tells jokes. You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head? Yes, I did! It's the climax of my story! He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea! A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't! I didn't see a weapon! Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of the murder committed that night? Objection! I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. The music stopped. I think we're on the right track. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. 'Cause if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice but why is my health that low? Gulp. Isn't this a bit melodramatic? So, what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear bias to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Of course I do. I've got a great reason to make my claim. I'm glad Phoenix knows what it is. And I suppose you will be telling us that great reason. Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. Yeah. Oh, I get it. If he heard it getting hit, then he should have seen the weapon. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the Oh, I see. He couldn't have... Yeah. This happened after... Okay. If Mo is to be believed, when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there is no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. Hold on, let's see if I can catch it. No, I missed it. Alright, let's go get it. Hold on. I gotta get that dialogue. Gotta get that sweet, sweet dialogue. In 1972, a crack clown unit was sent into prison by a... In 1972, a crack clown unit was sent to prison by a circus court for a crime. One I assume they didn't commit. Oh, don't worry, we'll get there. They didn't commit these clowns. They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team thing to anger this court? No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick! Alright, I'm doing pretty good. These type of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of clown makeup to find the truth. Well, Ah, you're back from your jog? Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Von Karma? Tampering with witness again. Shit. So now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. He was already dead. Stop laughing. He's dead. Stop laughing. He's dead. This is serious. You're a psychopath. Checked out? Yep. He was on a permanent vacation, as they say. Dude, stop laughing. This was your dead friend. Mr. Curls. Your Honor? You did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over, and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well. Then please testify to this silhouette you saw. I expect the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Yeah. The judge is not taking shit today. Got it? Asshole. Alright. Hello, Mortis. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only belong to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. Man, it's been so long since I've heard the word uppity. Hello, Mr. Mort. His silk hat, that black coat, they were all there. His face was silhouetted. His face was silhouetted. His face. There was no doubt that it was him. His cloak. Oh, his cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. All right. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes? It is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We had to believe in that. All right, Mr. Wright. Commence your cross-examination. The silhouette. Okay, I was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it. His silk hat, black cloak, they were all there. Alright, well, let's start pressing. Don't you think that you are going a little overboard with how you explicit you're being? Explicit he's being. That shadow belonged to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think? What are you getting at? I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' lives is on the line. Are you truly 100% sure it was Max? Shit. I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of it. It doesn't seem like he is jumping to any conclusions this time. Let's go over this again, then. What makes you sure that you saw Max that night? There's no doubting it, especially since... Better safe than sorry. There's no doubting it, especially since it has his uppity symbols. Trillo said the same thing. But if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. Oh yeah, that's the right sentence. I thought I screwed up. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself. But just looking at the shape of the face, I saw it must have been Max. You're sure of this? Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. His silk hat, that black coat, they were all there. Alright, let's press this. You're sure that's what you saw that night? Exactly! What I said I saw is exactly what I saw! I've got an eye like a hawk! Don't birds have terrible night vision? But that's not all I saw! Alright, let's look at the evidence. What do we have? Is there anything on this poster? Big ol' hat. Oh, okay, big ol' hat, the flowers, and the cloak. Okay, nothing there. We had the hat. Wait, are these the same hat? Yeah, they're the same hat. Nothing unusual here. Max G promo poster. Emblazoned with Max's Freeze famous symbols. Maybe I could show... Okay, he was talking about the symbols, maybe... I don't know. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. You were able to see
that kind of detail from your window?
Objection!
There was a light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight should have been able to see such a thing.
Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like? I can see like a hawk out of my left eye and an eagle out of my right.
Our records say his eyesight is a perfect 20/20. That must mean he could have seen the crime scene clearly.
The more we look into this, the more suspicious it becomes. Hey! Hey! You asked me that what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't see what he was carrying. So, you didn't actually see the criminal, what the criminal was holding. That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused the loud noise. It must have been something incredibly hard. Too bad they haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure.
They claim it was a blunt object. At least, that's what it says in the autopsy report. With Trillo's testimony and now Mo's, it really seems like Max is the killer. Nick, you've got to find a contradiction in this.
That's not gonna be enough. What? Wait, what? I have to prove that someone saw Mo saw someone other than Max that night. That's the only thing that will help. I've got to do it. Alright. What's this one where he's talking about the symbols? Okay. This is the only thing I can think of, because it also mentions the symbols. This might be a gamble, but I'm going for it.
Objection!
Oh, I think I'm right. You say... Oh, I should have saved before that. I guess I'll save right now. Oh, that could have gone really bad. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? No. Everyone knows that Maxima... Oh, he's saying the hat. He didn't mention the rose. That Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 uppity symbols?
Yay! Everybody get ready! All together now!
The silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. I like how they all say it. What the?
Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw. And he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one.
Shit!
Isn't that right, Mel?
Shit! Do you like pie? I love pie. And then it was the equation.
Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth. No fractions.
Order. Order. No. You didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on that person I saw.
Objection!
The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. Objection! But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them.
Objection!
There was light. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them on the scene.
Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of the case?
Clearly not. He is just touring with the courtroom. Shit. Oh, we got a choice here. I've got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it is not me.